bum 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 ba-dum bum bum ba-dum ba ba bum bum ba-dum bum ba bum bum ba bum ba bum ba-dum ba bum ba bum bum ba ba bum 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 bum. What is going on, everybody? RogersBase here. We are live with my live reaction review for One Piece manga chapter 1010. But before we get started, I have a quick word from our sponsors this week. Today's video is sponsored by Toei Animation and Funimation. Now, in case you haven't already heard, I have the absolute pleasure of announcing that I will be co-hosting an official Wano watch party event on Saturday, April 24th at 5 p.m. Pacific time on both the Toei Animation and Funimation YouTube channels. Now, during this live event, we're going to be watching One Piece anime episode 969 and One Piece anime episode 970, culminating in the simulcast debut of One Piece anime episode 971. And without spoiling anime onlys, I will say as a manga reader, there is a reason that there is such a hubbub surrounding these three episodes, in particular 971. But if that isn't enough to entice you to tune in, maybe this will, because in addition to streaming 969 and 970 completely free, we will also be doing a Q&A with the Japanese voice actors for Luffy and Zoro. And rumor has it, one of the One Piece directors will be joining us as well. So make sure to keep Saturday, April 24th open on your calendar. Additionally, keep your eyes peeled on the Toei Animation and Funimation social channels for more information on this event and updates on the One Piece dub, which is currently going through the Dressrosa arc. Thanks once again to Toei and Funimation for this amazing opportunity. And now, without any further ado, on with the video. All right, there you go. Simple and clean. Very, very nice. Thank you once again to Toei Animation and Funimation for sponsoring today's video. Yes, as many of you saw in the chat, or you probably saw on Twitter, unfortunately, on Tuesday, I got sent a text spoiler in a fake sponsor email that was sent to me. So unfortunately, I have been spoiled on one thing in this chapter, but I feel like it's not going to take away from my enjoyment. I still wanted to do my live reaction. I feel like at this point, when I get spoiled on One Piece chapters, it's like, it's more trouble for me to actually be upset about being spoiled than it is to read the chapter in the first place. So not a huge deal. It is what it is. We're going to read the chapter live on stream. Then we're going to, hang out, have a little discussion. It should be a lot of fun. I'll make sure to keep members chat on and live chat on and everything so I can discuss with you guys when we're doing it. But yeah, no harm, no foul. It is what it is. All right, without any further ado, One Piece manga chapter 1010. It's like I got spoiled on the chapter, but I secured the bag for it's still a win for me. You know what I mean? All right, so here we go. 1010, color of the Supreme Haki, Conqueror's Haki. Let's go. All right. Reader request, putting eye drops in her eye. So we've got the homies, you got the little carpet, you got the little jelly guy, you got the nephew of King Bomb, you got the cake. They're all putting eye drops in, and so is pudding. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right, so let's read the chapter. Help me, Zeus. Big Mom's falling down from the sky. Mama, what's happening, Mama? I'm coming to save you. I'm coming. All right, so here comes Prometheus, even though he's been sliced up by Zoro. And Zoro's looking real bad right here, but I already know. How is he still fighting? That last attack he took could have shattered every bone in his body. That was pathetic, Lin. I have to do everything myself. So is Kaido going to go and try to help Big Mom then? Luffy's looking messed up, knocked out on the ground. Yo, Pirate Hunter, let Prometheus go. He's looking over to the side. Kaido's jumping in. Injection, you already know where this is going. Law, injection shot straight into Kaido. Very cool. Very, very cool. Getting him right in the neck. Hacking up blood as well. Very nice to see a W for Law this chapter. This is very good. Those powers of yours. Antibacterial curtain. They really throw me off, Trafalgar. All right. All right. Mama! You got Prometheus and Zeus. Not Zeus, what am I saying? Prometheus and Napoleon flying down, trying to help Big Mom. Yo, Truffy, that flame's gonna go and save Big Mom. Let him go. The plan might as well be a failure if anyone dies. Well, the point was to separate the two of them. No need to take it too far. All right. Two of them are going. We're gonna deal with Big Mom. So Killer and Kid are gonna deal with Big Mom while old boy Zoro sets up for something. Here we go. All right, here we go. Whew! I'm saved. Man, my notifications are going off. I'm saved. All right, so Prometheus underneath Big Mom right now. Mama, I'm so glad. Mama. Oh, Prometheus, my sweet little baby. What does Zeus think he's doing? He's useless. Well, that's what I keep telling you, Mama. He's a dunce and a dope, and he's always holding us back. The only reason he's saying that is because he's jealous that Zeus got to spend time with Nami, honestly. That's what it is. Anyway, Mama, can I ask you for something? What is it? Okay, what is it? And what is with these clouds? Okay, Kid and Killer are back there. Is she gonna make like Zeus 2.0 or something out of the storm clouds? That'd actually be kind of cool. She makes like an evil Zeus, and then when Zeus pops back out, he goes back with Nami. I'd be fine with that. All right. Whoa! Okay, clearly, all right, so Kaido's laugh is really just giving Zoro the W. Here we go. Whoa, no. Just look at Straw Hat's face. He did that before, too. Even while unconscious, he stares down. Oh, excuse me, he still stares me down. Because he's looking up. What should I crush first? Those eyes? Or his brain? Or maybe his heart? Listen, Trafalgar, here we go. Here we go. There were 4 words that I saw at the end of that fake sponsor email. 4 words. I know it's coming up. I'm still excited to see it. This is one of those things like it doesn't even matter that I know what it is. Doesn't even matter. Because when we actually see it on the page, that's going to be hype. All right. Listen, what I'm about to do is the limit of my ability. Are you sure about this? Says Law. If the fight drags on, we're only wearing ourselves down. If we can't break through, we die. After this, it's all you. Woo! Here we go. Man, those theories from 2014, 2015, feeling pretty good right now. All those people making fun of me on the last Reverie, looking pretty stupid. Here we go. Kaido, you see Zoro with the blade. That's my captain. Here we go, Pillow-sama, come on. Like I said, doesn't even matter. We're eating good today. Here we go. That's my captain, screaming out with Luffy. Here we go. If you want to crush anyone's skull, you're going to have to start with mine. Demon Aura. 9-sword style. Ashura. Oh, hold on. I dropped my pillow. Here we go. Ashura. Wow, let's go. Ashura blades drawn. Here we go. Dead man's game. Zoro's giving it all he's got. Has the 9-sword style. Dead man's game. Slicing up Kaido. Coughing up blood. Here we go. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Kaido's and Law's looking like that. Huff, huff. Damn it, boy. Oh, he's scarred. Oh. Okay, wait a minute. This I did not know. This is actually hype. Wait a minute. Damn it. Boy, don't tell me you can use Conqueror's Haki too. It says Color of the Supreme King, but I'm calling it Conqueror's Haki. All right. What are you talking about? Don't have any idea what you mean. That was the best attack I could do. I was hoping I'd at least knock you off your feet. Yo, Zoro, don't even worry about it. You were taking attacks last time. You're good. Don't even worry about it. Last chapter, you tanked the attack from Big Mom and Kaido. This chapter, you're going in with this demon, dead man's game, demon aura, 9-sword style. Let's go. Zoro, this is a W for you. No L's, only W's. 10 out of 10. Let's go. All right. I was hoping I'd at least knock you off your feet. And Kaido said, you did enough. This wound will remain with me. Oh, man. Got that second scar from Zoro. Let's go. Your generation is proving to be an annoyance. Zoro, get out of there. You there. I'll come to you. Come on. Law? Wait. Whoa. Thunder Bagua. Wait a minute. Oh, ooh. Wait, Law. Oh, he got them both. You see Zoro getting knocked out. You see the blood. You see Law in the blood. Okay. What a shame. If you'd come with me, we could have conquered the world. Yeah. Conquered the world. Get it? Because Zoro's got Conqueror's Haki. Anyway, let's go. With you, we'd never go with you. Baka. We love the samurai. Luffy getting back up. That's what I'm talking about, Luffy. Here we go. Our captain. Oh, captain, my captain. Here we go. Mark my words. You're going down. Luffy's getting up. The Haki you wield penetrates and destroys enemies from the inside. Do not overstress. You must allow the Haki to flow into your fist. Let's go. Let's go, Luffy. It was still too shallow. It is in the midst of danger that power truly blossoms. Thinking back to what old man Hyo said. After taking that hit from our club, I figured it out. You can infuse things with Conqueror's Haki. Can't you? So Zoro's infusing Conqueror's Haki. Luffy's gonna infuse a punch with Conqueror's Haki. Here we go. This explains a lot. I'll save it for when we're talking about the review portion and we're having a discussion, but this is good. This is good. And this I haven't been spoiled on, so I'm excited now. Only a handful of the very strongest can. Not a dead man walking. And here you go. Whoop! Wait, teleport. Yo! Oh! 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 With his foot? Wait. Did he stop it with his foot? Wait, Luffy got his feet up in the air. You see it? They're not even touching, bro! Oh! Whoa! Let's go! Oh, let's go. This is Roger Whitebeard all over again. They're not even touching. You got the Black Thunder. Here we go. The holy sandals of the East Blue coming in. Boom. Smacking him down. Kaido said, take this wiki feet rating. Boom. Slam. Let's go. Coming in with the punch. Luffy punching Kaido right in the neck. Let's go. Huh? Kaido still infusing it with... Let's go! Yo, what? What? On page 17 right now, I'm looking up. Luffy going in with the Blaziken combustion sky uppercut right into Kaido. Oh, man. He's not touching him still, though. You see the circle. You see the circle. Kaido's Kaido's falling over. He's not even touching him. Zoro, Trafalgar, thanks for protecting me. You can go down now. I'm gonna beat him, no matter what it takes. He said we're making this a 1v1. Zoro and Law, you don't gotta worry about it anymore. Kid and Killer are off dealing with Big Mom. Go ahead and let everyone know. Here we go. On land, on sea, and in the air, always bet on Luffy. Here we go. Go ahead and let everyone know. Come on, Luffy. We're on break next week, though. You know what? It's A-okay, though. It's A-okay. That was actually hype. That was hype. Break next week. Go ahead and let everyone know. Luffy v Kaido 1v1 coming up. This is great. Shout out to the 4,000 people in here. This is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Luffy going in. No, it didn't even matter I got spoiled. Honestly, it didn't even matter on the spoiler. So obviously, the thing, you guys know, the thing I got spoiled on was Zoro having Conqueror's Haki. So basically, somebody sent me an email, a sponsorship email, earlier in the week. So normally I put mutes in place and everything. I rarely get spoiled on Twitter. And people try to. Every week people are like sending spoilers to me on like Tuesday, Wednesday, but I got mutes in place. I'm good. I mute people that I follow even because I know they're gonna talk about it. So I got mutes in place. I know what to close out. But somebody sent me a sponsored email that sounded like it was a certain brand that I was like, oh, this would be cool to work with. So I'm reading the email. It's written out, comes from what looks to be a pretty normal email. So I'm like, all right, this is cool. And I'm reading the email. And at the very end of the email, when it's like, oh, feel free to contact us if you have any questions, and Zoro has Conqueror's Haki, is literally how the email ended. And I went, huh? And then I looked. And then I was trying to search through to see, like, oh, did anybody take credit for doing it? There was apparently some My Hero Academia fan. And then it was a couple things. Because then one, I saw the My Hero thing and I was like, oh, good. All right. I know why they had to do this. They had to take it out because their series not that good. So I understand. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. By the way, I'm kidding, My Hero fans. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Kind of. I'm half kidding. But it's okay. But I was also like, it didn't matter. I knew I was going to stream the reaction anyway. Wasn't that big of a deal. And honestly, like I said, it didn't even matter that this portion of the chapter got spoiled for me, because I didn't even see the Luffy or Kaido stuff. I didn't know it was going to enter a 1v1. I don't know what's going on with that thing with Prometheus either. I guess we're going into like a review discussion. But I didn't even know that thing with Prometheus was going to happen, where he said that, oh, can I ask you for something? And you see the cloud swirling. I don't know if anybody else is taking it like this, but I'm taking it like they're going to make a new Zeus. I'm taking it like they're going to make a Zeus 2.0, is how I'm feeling right now. So that's my guess. My guess is that he's going to make a new Zeus, and then the original Zeus stays. Well, I guess it wouldn't be Prometheus making the new Zeus. It would be Big Mom. So she'll make the new Zeus. And then my guess is that the old Zeus stays with Nami after all this is said and done. So we're going to see. This is very hype, though. That attack from Zoro, Demon Aura, 9-sword style, Ashura, blades drawn, Dead Man's Game, hype. Super hype. Super, super hype. Going in with the slashes, super hype. Super, super hype. And the Thunder Bagua attack. Also, I feel like Zoro's been taking W on W on W throughout the course of Wano Country. You had that fight with Killer, aka Kamazo, early on. You had the stuff with him tanking the attacks from Big Mom and Kaido. Even early on with the rooftop feats, you had him going in. So I'm happy about it. I think this is it, though. I want to say this. I feel like this may be the end for Zoro in Wano Country. That is my guess. My guess is this is probably the end. Oh, I'm going to remove the member chat because there's only like 3 things in there and it's taking up part of the screen. My guess is that we are probably not going to get another 1v1 for Zoro unless he is fully healed by the character that healed the Scabbards. I could see it being where basically we have Zoro, right? And Zoro goes down, meets with some of the Scabbards, comes in contact with Hiyori, who healed them up all those chapters ago. If it was Hiyori, I still think it's Hiyori. Comes in contact with Hiyori, Hiyori heals him up, and then he goes and helps Marco take down King or something like that. But I feel like on the whole 1v1, Zoro's done now. And I think that's okay. I think considering all the stuff that Zoro did during this arc, the King needs to rest. Let him rest. I feel like he needs to rest. I think Marco might heal him, I think Hiyori might heal him, but I think ultimately Zoro needs the rest at this point. Maybe we'll get a little scuffle with him and King, maybe we'll get a little scuffle with him and Queen, but I think ultimately, or maybe Orochi's last head. It could also be Orochi's last head. We know Orochi has 1 head left, so maybe it's going to be a situation in which Zoro slices and dices that last head of Orochi. But honestly, that's all I could see him doing at this point. I don't see him doing much else. I think the fact that he gets the power boost, we get confirmation of Conqueror's Haki, which is a whole nother discussion, which I'll get into in just a second. But we get the confirmation of Conqueror's Haki. You see him tank the attacks from 2 Yonko. You see the fight against Killer. I think he's done enough, and I think I'm okay with that. Zoro is one of the MVPs. And honestly, this is exactly what I would have expected with Zoro and Kaido doing stuff, because you know that Luffy's going to have the final blow against Kaido. You know he's going to have to do it. But I've been saying since very, very early on that Zoro and Kaido were going to scuffle, that they would have some type of 1v1 interaction. I did that theory video years and years ago. People said I was a joke for doing it, but look who was right in the end. Another W for RogersBase. Here we go. Another W for RogersBase. Let's go into this. Let's talk about the Conqueror's Haki confirmation for Zoro. Let's talk about that, all right? I've been saying to a lot of people who argued that Zoro didn't have Conqueror's Haki or wasn't going to get Conqueror's Haki, I have been saying this. Think about Mihawk. Do you really think that the world's greatest swordsman doesn't have Conqueror's Haki? We have not had a confirmation yet, but there's no doubt in my mind that Mihawk has Conqueror's Haki. No doubt about it. We haven't seen confirmation. It's gonna happen. We know that is the case. Now let me pose this question to you. If Zoro is going to become the world's greatest swordsman and eventually surpass Mihawk, Zoro needs Conqueror's Haki. It is what it is. I know I'm not the only one who was saying this. I know there were lots and lots of people who were arguing this. There were just as many people arguing against it though. So I feel like to anybody who doubted that Zoro was going to have Conqueror's Haki, hold this L. Because it's right here. It's on the page. It's here. I feel like anybody who looks at the story of One Piece and looks at, let's say, Roger, right? The former Pirate King. Luffy is the next Roger, correct? He's the next Pirate King. Luffy has Conqueror's Haki. His first mate, Roger's first mate, Rayleigh, has Conqueror's Haki. Who is the equivalent to Rayleigh in the crew? Zoro. Thus, Zoro, at some point, will most likely unlock Conqueror's Haki. Do you hear Obi going off in the background? Obi agrees with me. Obi's screaming at all the people who are against... he's screaming at all the people who are against the idea that Zoro's going to get Conqueror's Haki. So there you go. We're here right now. So to me, there was no doubt about it. To me, there was no doubt about it. I knew this was going to happen. I'm happy. I'm happy to see this. I think he deserves it. I'm happy about it. I'm thrilled, honestly. And I don't expect much more of Zoro at this point. I really don't. I think it'd be cool if we see more of Zoro. We get more fights. But again, I don't really think that's going to be the case. You guys are saying Obi in the background is spitting. He absolutely is. Yeah, yeah. He's telling off all the people who thought Zoro wasn't going to have Conqueror's Haki. Yeah. Now, curiously, King of Lightning said that he didn't think that Zoro was going to have Conqueror's Haki? Really? Interesting. Interesting. Well, weird. Weird. I don't know why. I definitely thought that King said that he thought that Zoro was going to have Conquerors. I definitely thought that he was going to... I feel like we had that discussion on the Reverie before. I could be wrong. I like Sanji too, though. You guys are saying Sanji fanboy King. No, but I think King... I don't think I've ever heard King argue against the idea that Zoro has Conqueror's Haki. I think he's always stated that he thinks it's a possibility. Y'all are wild. Everyone's looking for W's and L's. Honestly, I feel like I think King is going to like this. I think he's going to like this. I want to read real quick. Actually, one other thing I want to bring up before I start reading super chats and doing everything and having a full discussion with all you guys. The one thing I want to say is this shot with Luffy that starts on page 14 that goes to the end of the chapter, where Luffy is literally infusing his leg with Conqueror's Haki, infusing the sandal, the holy sandal of East Blue, hitting Kaido with it without actually touching him. I think that is amazing. I like the fact that we saw the little bit of a tease with the stuff with Oden and Whitebeard and Roger in the flashback, and they're fighting without touching each other. I like this. I like that they basically showed us that. They were like, hey, look, keep this in mind. It's going to happen a little later on in the story arc. Luffy and Kaido, bada bing, bada boom, going against each other without actually touching. I think that's really cool. I think that is really, really cool. So ultimately, I'm having a good time. I liked the chapter. I like the fact that Luffy's infusing his sandals with Conqueror's Haki. I like the fact that people can infuse things with Conqueror's Haki. That to me is not a huge surprise though. That's something I would have honestly expected after all of this. I would have expected that characters can do that. So I think it's cool to finally get the confirmation, but it's not like a mind-blowing kind of revelation. I was more mind-blown by the way that the panels were drawn out. I think Oda did a great job with the action panels this week. Really looks good. That shot of Luffy going in with the uppercut on Kaido is 10 out of 10. Love it, love it, love it. And I also don't want to sleep on something one of my favorite characters did during this chapter, which is Law. Trafalgar D. Water Law going in with that injection shot straight into the neck of Kaido. Beautiful. Beautiful. You guys know this. I love Law. I'm happy he put in some work. Did Law scar Kaido? No. But that's okay. That's okay. My rankings are still pretty much the same. Luffy, Zoro, Law, the other supernovas. And at this point, I feel like Kid and Killer might bounce up a little bit if they're actually able to stop Big Mom. If she does end up making Zeus 2.0 or something with Prometheus, with Napoleon, because that would be hype. But even though Prometheus saved her right above the water, she's obviously going to come back up. So I'm curious how the two of them alone are going to hold them off if Law and Zoro are getting out of there and then go meet with the Scabbards or do whatever. I don't know. He took a Bagua. He didn't get knocked out. I'm happy about it. I'm happy about it. I'm happy about it. This whole rooftop fight is phenomenal. I've been having a blast reading through these rooftop fight chapters. They're a lot of fun. And honestly, no, I'm not bothered. I see it coming up in the chat a lot. I'm not bothered by the power creep at all. I think this is cool. I'm totally fine with this. I've said this and argued this in so many other different live streams. I feel like I don't understand why people don't think that Luffy and Zoro and Law and these characters should be able to do this by this point. Because ultimately, if we are nearing the end of the series, right? Oda has said multiple times now, the editors have said multiple times, this is no longer like a, 80%, 70% done thing. They have now said we've got about 5 years to go and we're entering the final saga. We know this now. There's confirmation we are doing this now. We have a lot of story arcs that can happen within that. We got Elbaf, Roadstar Island maybe, the stuff with, the God Valley, the Final War. There's a lot of things that are going to happen. But at this point in the story, if Luffy is considered an Emperor of the Sea, he should be able, even if it's fake, News Morgans, whatever, Luffy should still be able to take on other emperors. He is an emperor now, officially. I think the Straw Hat chapter, chapter 1000, should have confirmed that for everybody. But now seeing it here, with infusing the sandal with Conqueror's Haki, now it's like a no-brainer. Now we know, unequivocally, he is a Yonko. And people might argue against that or do whatever, but it's stupid to argue against it. Oda is telling you on the page. He is telling you, Luffy is an Emperor of the Sea now. He is. He is. He is a future pirate king. All right? He is on that level. He's on that level. I don't know why anyone would argue against that at this point. It's silly. We're in the end game now. Maybe people don't want to imagine that we're actually that close to the ending. Maybe that's why. But like we are. We're at the end right now. We're here. They are fighting Emperors of the Sea. What do you expect? Obviously, Luffy should be able to do this. Obviously, Zoro should be able to do this. Zoro is the Rayleigh of Luffy's crew. No brainer. Obviously, he should be able to do this. No doubt about it. So that to me, it's wild to me when people are arguing against that or saying like, oh no, it's not time yet in the story. This is the time. This is the point in which the story where we need to start seeing this. Because you can't have in the final war Zoro unlocking Conqueror's Haki. You can't have in the final war Luffy, just starting to understand how to infuse things with Conqueror's Haki. You can't have that. When we're in the final war of the series, he's got to be at his peak. You're not going to have Luffy maybe he'll get a new attack or something, but you're not going to have him unlocking Gear 5 or whatever in the final war. He's going in. They're going to get to Laugh Tale. They're going to find out whatever the One Piece is. They're going to go take down the world government. And by that point, Luffy and Zoro and honestly the rest of the Straw Hat crew and the other supernovas need to fend for themselves. They need to be able to do it. So I don't understand the argument against that. It's a very, very silly argument. Like, when else in the story is it going to happen? I don't know. I don't know. All right. With all that being said, rant over. I'm very happy about this. I'm sorry to the people who thought Zoro wasn't going to get Conqueror's Haki or upset by this, but like, what did you expect? Did you really think Zoro wasn't going to get Conqueror's Haki? I don't know. Wild to me. Absolutely wild to me. All right. Let me read some of these super chats because we got a lot of super chats, a lot of donations. We already got $350 worth of donations coming through today. So thank you very much Let me read out some of these. Holy mackerel, we got a lot of these. All right, shout out to Mackerel, by the way, he donated as well. All right, Mr. Exotic said, I heard on social media you got spoiled. Sorry to hear that. Yo, it is what it is. Again, we secured the bag. It doesn't matter. Daniel says, been watching you for years. Love the reaction to discussions. Keep it up. Thank you. Black Lightning came through with a $10 donation. Dan came through with a $10 donation. I'm not going to read that out, though. That's very kind, but thank you. I'm not going to read that out. It's kind of inappropriate. This is a sponsored stream. We're not going to be reading that out, but thank you very much. Haywood Banks donated $20 and said, let's go. Starting a 24-hour shift with some One Piece action. You'll like to see it. Thank you very much. Christian Humphrey came through with a $5 saying Zoro top 5. Not quite. Top 5 in the verse? Not quite. Are you forgetting the Revolutionary Army? The Admirals? The other Yonko? Top 5? Not quite. Not quite. I see the laughing afterwards, but I could think of 5 characters who were stronger than Zoro. I don't know if Split Vortex would agree with me, though. Split Vortex OG just said, Woro Noah's Woro. Thank you, Split Vortex. Tony Machiavelli as well said, Woofy hype. W Luffy hype. Thank you very much. Mark said, this monstrous chapter came out of my birthday, so thank you, Goda. Happy birthday to you, Mark. Nator Streams said you should press charges against the people who sent the fake sponsor email. People shouldn't do stuff like that. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna press charges. I also don't think you can press. What am I gonna do?
Officer, yeah, it's RogersBase. I got spoiled on a One Piece chapter. Someone sent a fake email to me. And they said, Zoro's got Conqueror's Haki. What should I do? What? What'd you say? Oh, yeah. I will forget about it because I make 6 figures talking about One Piece. You're right. Thank you.
All right. Anyway, moving on. All right. Noir Jr. came through saying Oda is God. Goda! What's going on? I wouldn't go that far. Let's not deify Oda, all right? Let's not deify Oda. Thank you very much. All right. Base Luffy doing that much damage. Nobody has as much Conqueror's Haki as Luffy. Makes sense as to why Shanks was the only person living in Kaido's top 5. We'll see about that. Marcus. Rob Hartley coming through saying 10 out of 10 chapter and 10 out of 10 reaction. All for chapter 110. Let's go. You mean 1010, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Thank you very much. Bobby Caddy coming through with the $100 donation saying, sorry I was late for the reaction, but I want to watch the VOD later. Really does suck you got spoiled, but you're the man anyway. Thank you very much. Monkey D is a 100% Emperor. Also, Zoro is the strongest first commander. Let's go! All right, thank you, Bobby. I actually think he is the strongest first commander. I don't think there's any debate with that. Unless you're including the Emperors of the Sea, in which I think it's the debate. But I guess you're probably including the Emperors of the Sea after the conversation that we had. So my guess would be, I would say Zoro is for sure the strongest first commander of the Supernovas. No doubt about it. We know unequivocally Zoro is stronger than Killer. Anyone who wants to disagree with me, go look at the Kamazo chapter. So that's no doubt about that. No doubt about that. Zoro's strongest first commander, period? Like stronger than Marco, stronger than King? Yet to be seen. Yet to be seen. By the end of the series, for sure. No doubt about it. End of the series, Luffy's going to be the strongest, Zoro's going to be the second strongest. Sure. Of course, of course. All right. But I don't know. I don't know. Of the Emperors of the Sea's first mates? Ooh, that's a good question. Could Zoro beat Katakuri? My argument would be, currently, yes. Yes. I think I'm going to say that. Yes, I think Zoro can beat Katakuri. Unequivocally. I think he can at this point. Yes. You guys are saying, hell no. Hell no. No, no, no. I think he can. Zoro doesn't need a devil fruit. Katakuri's devil fruit is mochi. Zoro could just slice and dice the mochi up. Zoro obviously doesn't have the observation haki, But I think in terms of strength, I think Zoro would beat him. I do. I think Zoro would beat him. I think definitely Zoro would beat him if Katakuri stabbed himself. I think if Katakuri stabbed himself, I think Zoro's beating him. I think Zoro's beating him. I don't know. Answer that in the comments section down below. Let me know in the comments section for this video. Do you think Zoro is beating Katakuri? I say yes. I say after what we saw in this chapter, infusing things with Conqueror's Haki, yes. I do think he's beating him. Yes. I do. I do. And ultimately, I think he should be able to beat him by the end of the story. No doubt about it. Maybe not currently, but definitely by the end of the story, Zoro's beating Katakuri. No doubt about it. Yeah, no doubt about it. Free. Final answer. There it is. Voyager said, some people on Twitter said the clouds forming was dragon. Coming to Wano, great reaction. That would be hype. I'm not even going to remotely consider that. I don't want to think of the idea that dragons coming to Wano country. I know my boy Mugiwara Matt B would be thrilled, and I would be as well, but I don't necessarily think that's happening. I don't think that's happening. I think the cloud formation thing was more that Prometheus was asking Big Mom to make a Zeus 2.0, but we'll see. Or, I'm glad I brought that up, Y1NJ coming through saying, I think Big Mom does something to power up Prometheus. The clouds maybe start spinning because he's generating more heat and the hot air is going up. Now that I could also see being a possibility. I could see that being a possibility. Definitely. Jay So Smooth coming through with a $10 donation saying, come on, Roger, it's a break week. Now is the perfect time to do bounty predictions after Wano. I'll consider it. I'll consider doing that on Sunday. Does this mean that it's a good chance that Mihawk has Conqueror's Haki? Mihawk already has Conqueror's Haki. It's not a discussion. Not a discussion. He already does. It's not confirmed yet, but he does. If Zoro has Conqueror's Haki, Mihawk has Conqueror's Haki. No doubt about it. Yes. Confirmation. That should be your confirmation. This chapter should be your confirmation. Yes. Yes. Kaido still hasn't acknowledged the Monster Samurai Zoro coming back, says Sigma. Kaido literally says the scar is going to stay with me. What better way to acknowledge Zoro? He says the scar will stay with me. So absolutely he's acknowledging Zoro, of course. What if Big Mom uses storm clouds to hold up Onigashima and that leads it to fall? That would be cool. As always, Wano doesn't miss. Yamato for Straw Hat. Thank you very much, Tyler Drummond. What if she uses the storm clouds holding up Onigashima and that leads it to fall? Oh, you think she's using the clouds underneath Onigashima to make like a new Zeus? That would be interesting. That would be interesting. But then it would just fall wherever it is right now. I think it's just over water, isn't it? That's a cool idea, but I don't think that's going to happen necessarily. That would be a cool idea though, Tyler. Lester Soto came through and said, was I the only person wanting the original East Blue 5 to have Conquerors? I think it would be cool. I think it would be cool, Lester. But you're saying that you think Usopp, Sanji, and Nami will have Conquerors? I don't know about that one, Chief. Nami and Usopp having Conqueror's Haki? That's going to be a no from me. That is going to be a no. Maybe Sanji. Maybe. Even then, I'm like, no. I don't see it happening. As funny as it would be, I wouldn't be against it happening. If Usopp gets Conqueror's Haki, I would laugh, to be honest. If Usopp was going to get Conquerors before Sanji or anybody else, I would laugh. I would think it's very funny. God the Usopp. I would laugh, but I don't think that's the case. Totally Not Mark Doubted It says, Noasuke Jr. again. Totally Not Mark doubted Zoro having Conquerors? Really? I think, no, he was open to the idea, though. I had a whole discussion with Mark, and he said he was open to the idea. So, Itachi-sama said, Roger, hey, thank you, Itachi. By the way, I'm currently doing my first ever watch through of Naruto on Twitch, and I have my full reaction playlist, so go check those out if you aren't already. Itachi says, been reading One Piece for you, been reading One Piece with you for a long time. So happy to have reached the point where Luffy is now going 1v1 with the strongest. You already know. Nakama, thank you very much. Shanks can imbue Conqueror's Haki. That means Mihawk can fight on that level. Big stuff. Exciting stuff. Absolutely. Link the Sink donated and said, Roger, did you see the SBS in volume 96 where Oda explains how Zoro's teacher is related to Shimotsuki, the one who made Enma? Yes, of course. In fact, they did a video about that. Yeah. Luffy is using armament training with Conquerors. I think he is. Riken, I think he is. Wanosuke came through again with another donation saying, the clash with Luffy and Doflamingo also had Black Lightning. Not the same. Not the same. Not the same. The anime added some stuff to it that wasn't there in the manga. That was not a clash of imbued Conqueror's Haki with Doflamingo and Luffy. That was just regular Conqueror's Haki. That was not like Conqueror's Haki imbued into his feet. That was just regular Conqueror's Haki. I do think you're right, though, in that the anime, I think, did add the little effects to it. But we'll see. They were touching, though, for sure. Sebastian said, Zoro the GOAT, really hype chapter, but I still don't want Luffy to beat the portrayed strongest Kaido 1v1. I feel like we'd lose tension in the future fights with him being so strong so easily. Honestly, though, this has been a great discussion. I agree, it has been. Thank you, Sebastian, as always. Luffy being able to knock Kaido on his back is something Zoro couldn't do with an all-out Ashura. So Katakuri, watch out! That's what I'm saying! Yo, you know what? Let's be toxic today. Let's be toxic. Confirmed right here. RogersBase believes, you can clip this, RogersBase believes, end of series, Zoro's beating Katakuri. Clip it. Clip it. Echo says, Law is a doctor, and if he has time, he still could heal Zoro. I feel like we have so many doctors here right now with Chopper, Marco, Law, Hiyori maybe. If she showed up and saved the scabbards, I think we're good to go. Yeah, I think Zoro's going to be fine. I don't think Zoro's dying here. Thank you, by the way, to Garrett the Parrot and for Floss Gang for subscribing and becoming members. Nakama, appreciate both of you. Man, we have a lot of members today. Thank you very much to all the new members. Thank you. LED says, I have a theory that devil fruits are made from the souls of people that have Haki to its full potential. Zoro's making the human model Ashura fruit. It's a long, detailed theory on my channel. Please go check it out. I may go check it out. Nator Streams says, people claim you lost a lot of revenue by moving to the official release. I mean, view revenue, I did. In terms of view revenue. But in terms of like membership revenue, in terms of sponsorship revenue, in terms of literally everything else, revenue went way up. So I'd rather it be where I'm getting more base revenue from like memberships and something that's like regular as opposed to being ad revenue anyway. So yeah, it's weird. It just kind of evened out. It evened out. So I took a hit on view revenue, but ultimately like, who cares? You guys come through. I have literally one of the best communities. I would argue, especially now, because we don't take BS from anybody anymore. I think especially now, we're at a point where like, you guys are ride or die. And it's amazing to see. And the people who are like the OGs who come through every single day, who watch all the videos, like all the videos, you guys are the GOAT. You're the GOAT. So thank you to all of you for just being in here. Appreciate it. Nakama. Thank you. Dr. Doom said that phone call was making me laugh out loud for real. Thank you for that, Roger. You got it, Dr. Doom. Yeah, don't stress about it, you guys. Like I said, we're at a point right now with One Piece where I understand spoilers are going to come out early, and it's going to be hard to avoid them sometimes. But I'm at a point now where it really doesn't bother me as much anymore. It used to really, really bother me, where I was like, well, I'm not going to do a reaction, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, that's stupid. I'm still going to read the chapter anyway. Why would I not do a reaction? I was being snippy and stupid about it before, but now I'm like, obviously, I'm going to do my streams every Sunday anyway, so it is what it is. Yeah. That was me being a baby before, I think, more than you guys, I think before I put it on, like, my audience, and really, it's not on my audience. Because my audience, they're not the ones spoiling me. It's like people who aren't fans of me in the first place. So why am I taking it out on my audience? It was stupid of me. Stupid of me to do that before. So now I'm just like, I'm reading the chapters. If I get spoiled beforehand, oh well. If I don't, great. It is what it is. And like I said, this one, it didn't even really matter. Like I said, even though I knew about the Zoro Conqueror's Haki thing, I didn't know about the stuff with Luffy and Kaido, so it was great after all. Yeah. Logan the Zombie super chatted $20. Thank you very much. Straw Hat 13 donated 50. Holy mackerel, you guys are coming through with the donations today. Saying, great chapter. I have a theory / hope. Now that we know Luffy can damage Kaido, I can see Kaido being finished via a Crocodile Lucci Gatling gun technique through the bedrock of Onigashima, falling directly on Abisu Town and all the citizens in the capital right now. That could be our tragedy. It's an interesting take. Interesting take. I mean, I don't know. With the Act 3 ending thing, Act 5 act thing, I really don't know at this point anymore. And I'm kind of done speculating. You know, it's one of those things. It's like the traitor in My Hero Academia. I'm at a point where, like, we've been speculating for so long that I no longer really care. It's like whatever Oda wants to do, I'm here for. So yeah. Isaiah says, RogersBase, big fan of yours, making a movie soon, and when it comes out, I will give you tickets. You're making a movie? Keep up the good work. Yo, Isaiah, shout out to you. Nakama, thank you very much. Appreciate it. And best of luck with your film. Hopefully it's family friendly. Meanwhile, all these members coming through. You guys are amazing. Joe Armando, Sevens, coming through with memberships. Both of you, Nakama, thank you. Matthew Harvey saying, Roger, glad I can get this one live. What are your thoughts on the 5-act structure? We just kind of talked about that already. It is what it is. One way or the other, doesn't really matter. Thank you, Matthew. Black Wolf said, I feel like people forget that it's been stated before that Luffy's potential and growth rate are ridiculous. Yeah, I also just think people sleep on Luffy. I think people sleep on Luffy. I think I understood the arguments back in Whole Cake Island, because we knew we had Wano Country ahead of us, but now that we're in Wano Country, now what we're seeing, what the stakes are in Wano Country, none of this surprises me anymore. It's like people having Conqueror's Haki, or people becoming very, very strong, unlocking new abilities. This should be happening at this point. Because we can't go back from Wano Country. I still kind of feel like Kaido goes down this arc. And if Kaido's going down this arc, Luffy has to be super strong. So I'm cool with it. I'm a little bit of a Luffy stan now, I gotta be honest. Shout out to Pirate Queen on Twitter. You know, I never understood. I'm like, man, she's such a Luffy stan. But now I get it. I get it. After 1000, after this chapter, I get it. I do. I totally get it. Doopity Doo super chatted and said, is Zoro on the same pedestal as peak Odin? Debatable. Flying Spaghetti Monster came through with a $20 donation saying, I think the only thing holding Luffy back is his Haki. He needs to increase that. Then I'll feel comfortable saying that he's top tier in my opinion. He's infusing Conqueror's Haki in his sandal. He already has strong armament Haki, and he's got future sight observation Haki on the level of Katakuri's. What more do you want in terms of Haki with Luffy? What more do you want? Do you think Luffy will learn Awakening during the fight to defeat Kaido? Now that I could see happening, Montana. I could see Luffy using Awakening at some point during this fight, yes. In fact, big brain prediction right now. Big brain prediction. Here we go. You ready for my prediction? Here we go. I don't think I've ever mentioned this anywhere, but I've been thinking about this since Onigashima rose out of the ground. Here's my prediction. Big brain prediction is that Onigashima is going to drop. It's going to land and crush wherever the island is. People are scared, they're nervous. They're like, what in the world? Uh-oh, what's gonna happen? Big brain prediction is Luffy, utilizing his Awakening, pulls off what Gentle does in My Hero Academia, and literally adds rubber abilities to the air, and thus creates a giant air trampoline over the flower capital below Onigashima. Onigashima falls. Luffy, using his Awakening, boing, makes Onigashima bounce back up, saves everybody in the flower capital, and there you go. Utilizes the Awakening, shows off that Luffy's got it in a way that still saves off everybody in the flower capital, impresses Kaido, and goes in with a giant ability. That's the RogersBase theory. Here you go. You can stamp it down. Where's my stamper right now? Stamp it, mark it. That's the theory. That's the theory. That he's got Awakening, he's going to awaken during this fight, and that the air is going to have elastic powers, and it's going to act as a trampoline, and the flower capital is not actually going to crush everybody. There we go. There we go. Are you high? That is way too big brain? No. You'll see. You'll see. You'll see. Whenever we get to Devil Fruit Awakening abilities and Luffy's using elasticity on the air, just remember what I said. Remember what I said here, okay? Remember what I said. Because I think so many people want his awakening to be like Doflamingo's, where it's like, oh, it turns everything to rubber and it creates a bouncy house or whatever. No. That's small-brained. That's small-brained. You gotta think galaxy brain. Elasticity on the air. That's what you gotta think about. Think about bungee gum in Hunter x Hunter that has the properties of both rubber and gum. Think about that. Big brain, galaxy brain. You know what I'm talking about? All right. Moving on. Nator Streams said Zoro versus Katakuri has the problem of future sight. Not really worried about strength, though. It's more like, can Zoro touch him? Honestly, you're right. Manthan subscribed and became a member, Nakama. Thank you very much. Adam said, just admit Chopper's going to get Conqueror's Haki, you coward. I will not. Nicholas Lopez donated and said, Big Mom creating a new Zeus could potentially clear the sky and make Sulong round 2 a possibility. Ooh, I like that idea. That's a good idea. I like that idea a lot. She uses the clouds that are covering the moon right now, and then she creates a new Zeus, but in reality, everyone else goes Sulong. I like that idea. Carrot says thank you. Maze says thank you. Very good idea. Good idea. I like it. That is Galaxy Brain as well. I like it. Argentum Lotus said Usopp has Conqueror's Haki. That's how he's going to beat Sugar. God Usopp will continue to grow. Okay. Michael T says, Mike from Norway here. I've been watching your channel for 6 years. This is the only 3rd time I've been able to watch you live. By the way, Marco may hero Zoro. I do think Zoro may still have a one-on-one fight. I'm not gonna write off the possibility entirely, but I'm setting my expectations right now that Zoro's not gonna get one, so I'm not upset when he doesn't. That's how I feel about all this right now. That's how I feel about all this. Yes. Yeah. Caleb Brown said, Roger, what do you think Yamato's role is in this? Don't know. We'll find out later. Tim Riddle, I don't think Luffy will get a new gear. I think he'll be more focused on Haki. Yeah, well, kind of what we were talking about already, like infusing things with Conqueror's Haki, potentially Devil Fruit Awakening. I also don't think he's getting a new gear right now. I agree with you, Tim. Ivan said, if Luffy manages to beat Kaido 1v1, I don't see how Blackbeard and the Admirals would be able to do anything against him, especially Blackbeard. Well, Blackbeard has multiple Devil Fruits, so I feel like that's a whole different discussion entirely. Jim Bob says, you said Zoro didn't have observation, but it was shown back in Fishman Island that he subconsciously used it against Mr. One back in Alabasta. Love your stuff, dude. Keep it up. No. What I said was that Zoro doesn't have observation Haki on the level of Katakuri. He doesn't have future sight like Luffy and like Katakuri do. I think we've already gotten confirmation of that, right? From Oda? That Zoro's got better armament and Sanji's got better observation, but they can both use both. We've gotten that confirmation, right? I'm pretty sure Oda has stated that before. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Joven says, when you infuse Haki into attacks, the attacks don't touch. Kind of like how in chess, the kings can't face each other. Yo! That's a good way to put it! By the way, has anybody watched Queen's Gambit? Go watch the Queen's Gambit. It's an excellent TV show. Really, really good. That's a great way to put it, though. That the kings can't touch. That's a good way to put it. I like that. I like that a lot. OG said, can we also give Luffy props for those 2 hits? More than any other supernova can manage. Waro for sure, but Woofy on a whole nother level. Christian super chatting saying Cloud Formation equals Zeus 2.0 or Nami getting red for a Thunderbolt tempo. Somewhere Morgan's is saying, this is big news as he updates the bounties. This is indeed big news. Can't wait for it. Can't wait to see more. Nator donated again and says, I don't usually donate despite donating twice during this stream, but saying you really are just a good dude, man. Really excited to see you. Keep up the good work. Cheers and hail Oda. Yo, thank you very much, Nator. Nator the GOAT coming through. Thank you very, very much. Sweaty Gamer donated and said, great reaction, Roger. Luffy knocking on the door of top 10. Definitely. Luffy beating Kaido to break the 1v1 myth that Kaido has. Agreed. Agreed. I do think that Luffy's beaten Kaido. I do think it's going to happen. In fact, I know that's going to happen. We're not ending Wano without Luffy beating Kaido. It's going to happen at this point. Especially now. Especially now. Robin Battles super chatted and said, Roger, can't wait for the Toei anime watch through. That's good to hear. Let Toei Animation and Funimation know. Let them know you're excited to see me on that live stream. Tweet at them. Say I'm excited for RogersBase to be on that stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you once again for sponsoring the video. Really awesome stuff. Ead became a member. Nakama Ead. Thank you very much. And Dr. Doom said, when do you think Luffy will awaken his devil fruit? Potentially during this fight. Potentially during this fight. Yeah. Devin says, what if this is how Zoro gets a black blade? That you get a black blade when you're able to channel and store Conqueror's Haki in the blade until it's permanent. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think it's just channeling Conqueror's Haki. I think you could channel any Haki into a blade to get a black blade, right? Am I wrong? Maybe it is Conqueror's. Maybe you need to infuse the Conqueror's in the blade. But I thought that it was like armament, that you can get one from infusing armament. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. What are people spamming Luffy what? Luffy Adam? What is this? Why are people spamming Luffy Adam? What does this mean? My whole chat is people spamming Luffy Adam. I don't know what that means. Luffy Adam. All right. Whatever. Well, we don't know. I don't know what that means. But cool. All right, let's see. Now that you've seen the Attack on Titan ending, do you have any idea how One Piece's ending is going to hit being so much longer? That is a whole nother discussion for a whole nother video. I will say this. I stand by what I tweeted, which people were clowning on me on. I stand by what I said. I stand by it. In which I said that I hope Oda is able to pull off such an enjoyable ending as Attack on Titan did, and Isayama did with Attack on Titan. I know the ending was controversial to Attack on Titan, but I feel like on the whole, the final arc, for me, was very satisfactory for Attack on Titan. So I stand by that. I have faith that Oda will deliver a final arc that is as satisfying as the final arc of Attack on Titan. I have faith he'll deliver. But it was like people were taking it as me saying, I hope Oda can do that, as me saying, oh, like, Oda isn't on the level of Isayama. That's not what I was saying at all. I love them both, obviously. What I was saying is I hope he's able to deliver. I have faith that he will. So I stand by what I tweeted. Yeah, it is what it is. Oh, the Luffy Adam thing is a Turkish joke. Oh, cool. All right, that's cool. Based on how Usopp's lies come true, his lie about the earthquake in Dressrosa and Sogeking moniker itself, I would be open to him having Conquerors if the series had a bit more time left. Maybe. But I think the time has passed. I don't know. I think it would be really cool, though, if he did. It'd be funny if he got Conquerors, but I just don't think it's going to happen. No. Mr. Fabulous donated and said, I believe the process of awakening devil fruits is the same as infusing Conqueror into things. If you infuse your devil fruit power into things, well, I mean, that would go along with what I was saying with infusing the air with elasticity. So there you go. Flying Spaghetti Monster donated again. Bro, some of you guys are really, man, some of you guys are really donating a lot today. Thank you very much. Keep in mind, you don't need to donate for me to, read the comments. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. This is an amazing amount of donations we've gotten on stream today. Unbelievable. Thank you very much. But, wow. Wow. Flying Spaghetti Monster saying, I meant Haki time limit, such as Haki reserves. He needs to increase his reserves. I know his Haki techniques are stupid good, but his Haki reserves aren't so much. Oh, so you're saying he just needs to build up basically his endurance. All right, he's got to get those, he's got to get the Cart Titan endurance. Yeah. Yo, hey, Rex came through. My dude, Rex. Rex came through with the donation. Rex is in here saying, here's the real issue people have with power creep. The new age of anime and manga does power scaling more consistently. And putting those views on One Piece when it was never like that from the beginning. Well, I think power creep is pretty consistent in One Piece. I feel like it is pretty consistent. We have a new arc. Luffy learns something new during that arc as he takes down the villain. And then we move on, and that moves forward into whatever the next arc is going to be. So I don't know. I think it's pretty consistent. Maybe I'm wrong. Hey, Virgo's in the chat as well saying that dance, though. Yeah, na 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 na. Hey, yo, let's go. Yeah, I think One Piece is actually pretty consistent with power creep. So I don't really have any issues with that. I think it's pretty consistent. Brandon Carter said, theory, Prometheus is hungry. Big Mom attacks the village, he eats the flames, and that is the tragedy that ends Act 3. You think the tragedy is Prometheus wipes out the village? I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know about that one. I think that would be a little goofy if Prometheus causes the great tragedy of Act 3. Be a little goofy. Thank you, by the way, to Nicholas for donating. Appreciate that. Ahmed for donating, saying the prediction about Blackbeard taking Kaido's Devil Fruit is looking very good right now, Roger. Blackbeard's got to be stronger than Kaido in the finale. Well, I've said this time and time again, I don't think Blackbeard gets taken down in the finale. I think Blackbeard gets taken down at Laugh Tale. I think Blackbeard follows the crew to Laugh Tale and gets taken down at Laugh Tale. And that the final war is really against the revolutionaries, world government, and all of the allies of the pirates. That's my guess. I've been streaming for an hour already? Yo! We've been at 4,000 viewers for an hour? Holy mackerel. Wow. Yeah, but I still think Blackbeard could maybe come through and steal Kaido's Devil Fruit or something, so, yeah. Yeah. I do agree. I do think Blackbeard will need to be stronger than Kaido by the time we get to him, and I do think he will get a super strong Zone Fruit, but we'll see. We'll see. Dillip King said, I think Luffy's Conqueror's Haki is going to cut the skies. Like every Yonko battle, he'll clear the skies for Sulong Part 2. Could also be that as well. Yeah. Nator coming through again, donating again. Nator, whoa. Has anyone talked about how there is a fire on the island and Prometheus is mad? Prometheus about to power up. A lot of people talking about it. A lot of people saying that. D-Gamer Calamity says, talking about Awakenings, do you think we'll see Kaido's during his fight or do you think he doesn't need it? I don't think he necessarily needs it because he's a Zone. Or maybe he already has it. Maybe his hybrid form is his awakening. Honestly, awakenings are weird for Zones. Because sometimes awakened Zones look like the koala bear and the minotaur from Impel Down, where they lose all of their inhibitions. And sometimes the way people describe awakenings with Zone Devil Fruit powers, it's like mastering your hybrid form. So I really don't know. I really don't know. Let's see. Luffy, Roronoa Luffy says people really think that all of Zoro's bones are broken. I don't think all of his bones are broken, but I think he's done for the time being until he gets healed. Sure. Sure. Caleb said Brago said Zoro might take Benny. Is he crazy? Oh, Zoro. Wait, Brago said that Zoro could take on Ben Beckman right now? I don't think he's crazy. I think he probably could. I think I agree with Brago. I think he could probably take on Ben Beckman. Yeah, I do. Floss Gang said Prometheus is probably feeding on the flames. A lot of people saying this about Prometheus. Do you think Big Mom gets beaten during Wano or she moves on with them to Elbaf? I think she moves on to Elbaf at this point. I think Kid and Killer do something to keep her away from the situation. You get that 1v1 with Kaido, and then ultimately she follows him to Elbaf. Yeah. So I don't think she's going down during this arc. No. Turtle HQ said, keep in mind that Zoro took on the force of 2 Yonko with most of his bones broken, then proceeded to fight Prometheus, then scarred Kaido while still injured. God, I'm hyped for Zoro post Wano. I think you and everybody else, buddy. You and everybody else, Turtle. Shantu said, when is the next Reverie happening? Hopefully soon. Cannot confirm when the next Reverie is happening just yet, but you will know. I will announce it. Rock and Roll said, if you can infuse Conquerors into a blade, that would explain why Kaido can feel Oden and Enma. That could also explain why black blades are to stay permanent. True. Sebastian donated and said, never thought about Usopp with Conquerors, but I find it hilarious if not impossible. Could be the proof that he becomes the great warrior of the sea. So, all right, show of hands. Or I guess 1 in the chat if you think Usopp's getting Conquerors by the end of the story. 2 in the chat if you think he's not getting Conquerors by the end of the story. I am curious. 1 in the chat if he gets it, 2 in the chat if he doesn't. Let's see, chat. I want to know. Zoro's got the Mangekyo Sharingan in the left eye. Yo, no spoilers for Naruto. Whoa, the chat is mixed right now. Some of the chat is saying 1, some of the chat is saying 2. Whoa. Interesting. Lots of 1s and lots of 2s. Interesting. We're going to have to wait and see then. I want to ask my actual comment section whether or not you think Usopp's getting it. Man, thank you again to Bobby for that $100 donation. Man, saying sorry I was late. You're the man anyway, dude. You're the best. Thank you, Bobby. Appreciate it. Dr. Doom came through and said, last donation for today. Thank you for this amazing stream. I've really been enjoying it and I hope you have a great day, Roger. Thank you very much. Omkar came through with the donation as well, saying, Mammoth Boys for life. I really enjoyed the stream. Thank you very much. And Nicholas Whalen came through with a $14 super chat. Greatly appreciate it, Nicholas. Nakama. Any final questions from the chat before I give my final thoughts on the chapter? Any final questions from the chat? Ultimately, I want to say this. Ultimately, I feel like this chapter was unequivocally a 10 out of 10. Unequivocally. Really hype stuff with Luffy and Zoro. Getting the confirmation that you can infuse Conquerors into other things, whether it be a sandal or a sword. I think it's great we finally got confirmation that Zoro has Conqueror's Haki. The action panels were beautifully drawn, and I'm excited to see whatever Prometheus' power-up or whatever is going to be. So, excited for all that. Excited to see if there's going to be Zeus 2.0. Excited that I finally revealed my thoughts on what I believe Luffy's awakening to be. Very cool. One final donation. This one's coming from our Cyclical, who says, I think Oda will probably get Zoro to Marco, and Marco will heal the wounds of Zoro's injuries with the Devil Fruit. I could see that happening. And you says, do you think Karasu has an awakened zone Devil Fruit? Maybe. I honestly have no idea. I think Karasu might actually have a paramecia that utilizes crows. I think it might not necessarily be a zone. I think it might be kind of like the tonic from Bioshock Infinite, the Murder of Crows tonic, where he just controls crows. His power's weird. We're going to see more of him in the future. And Jake says, where is Basil Hawkins? Not here. Who cares? Sweaty Gamer said, have you seen the theory about the silhouetted woman being Vivi crying about Cobra after landing on Wano? Kuma Center, that's the theory. I don't think it's Vivi. Now things are getting silly. Now things are getting silly in the chat. So I'm going to wrap up the stream now. Thank you to the 4,000 people that were live. This is unbelievable. Thank you to all the people who donated, who super chatted, all the people who became members, all the people who subscribed. I love you all. Going Mary as CQC. Jeremiah says, great chapter. Love reliving the chapters with the reactions. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Of course, I'll be back in 2 weeks with my live reaction to the next chapter. And I think I might end up doing those post-Wano bounties after all this is said and done. I do think that might be a fun time to do it. We'll see. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And thank you, of course, to Toei Animation for Funimation for sponsoring the stream. Masked Man, you came in late. Unfortunately, it is what it is. The VOD's going up in a little bit, so you'll be able to see everything. So shout out to you, Masked Man. And like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye, everybody. Nakam!